it's time for more Assassin's Creed stuff. And we're gonna do a little bit more Assassin's Creed stuff here. Okay? But this time it's not rage. At least I hope not. Chat, we're gonna do Fleekazoid's review of Assassin's Creed Shadows. Yeah! Yeah. So, Fleekazoid's pretty fast paced. Hopefully I'll be able to react to this well. Let's check it out. Here we go.
Yo, what's up, player? Sorry, I was just practicing my Japanese. Pimps, we did it. Assassin's Creed Shadows is a hit. Our stock is zooming, so it's actually in the free fall. Tell them we got another 1 million players. Hell, make it 2 million more players. Fuck them, they can't prove anything. It works. The stock is
Yeah. Yup. What did I fucking say when they first announced this? 3 million players. But we're not gonna prove it. And we're not gonna show you sales figures. But I fucking said it when it happened. Yeah, the investors sure fucking proved it. Uh-huh.
I rock a ting because that's what I do. Go get yourself a snail, Pierre. You earned it. You could also have a negative $2,000 raise. Eat shit and die. Hi, we're fleeking over the little guy, and our consultant division was hired a few years ago to help Ubisoft make Assassin's Creed Shadows the smash hit it is today. In fact, you're fired. The game was too successful. We can't afford you anymore. Which actually leads me to my next point. A disturbing amount of you seem to think that this major success will allow the 19,000 people working here to keep their jobs. And unfortunately, that's just not true. Notice how that number doesn't say number 1 in day 1 earnings? Well, that means we'll be laying off at least a couple thousand French.
Why? Okay. This is a thing? That Yatsuke can be running around fighting bad guys in his panties? This is a thing. You can literally have Yatsuke running around in his panties. Can you do the same thing with Naue? Can you? So if you do this with Naue, is she running around in her broad panties? You can't. Okay. I was unaware of this feature. Interesting.
Frenchmen, and we'll be replacing them with several more sweatshops. And just as a little side note on all that sweatshop business, we are deeply disturbed that word got out about that. Why the hell do you think we hired them? Because they tuck them in at 5 o'clock and have an office wine cooler? We already tried that, and look at how that worked out for us. We got Frenchies.
What? 7? Whoa, hold up. Hold up. 700 plus Ubisoft France staff walk out on a 3-day strike in dispute over home working and pay. I was unaware of this. Yeah, I figured it did not happen recently. I kind of figured that. So they were getting pissed off because they couldn't work from home. That's one thing I appreciate that, like, working from home is great. For fuck's sake, I do it. But if your job is not to work, if your job tells you you're not working from home, you're gonna actually come into the office, you go into the office. And, like, Zep, I certainly appreciate that. Like, I had the same commute back when I used to live in Newfoundland. I had that very thing. I would have literally a 40 to 60 minute drive one way every day to work. I've done it. So I know it sucks, but you know what? I did it because I needed to work. Now, the pay thing, okay, the pay thing, I get it. If they're paying like shit, okay, I get it. The working from home thing, I'm not a fan of people throwing a fucking hissy fit over the fact that they can't work from home. Working from home is great if you can get a job working from home. But if your job transitioned to working it from home when you started off in an office and then everything, all the working from home ended when the virus was taken care of and they want to move back into the offices, well, you go back into the office. You know?
We got Frenchies starting a revolution every other goddamn day. You know what the nice thing is about sweatshops? They don't pay them enough to buy picket signs. Allegedly, from what I hear, people say this, I don't know. Listen, I'm in the middle with you. Thanks to the success of the game, Piendang is gonna get a 2-cent raise on the next one. Of course, that's...
Wait. What was that fucking AI? This motherfucker. She's low-crawling. This motherfucker literally runs up on her and misses.
The game, Piendang is gonna get a 2-cent raise on the next one. Of course, that's gonna be monthly, though, not daily. The rest of that profit goes to me. I have 3 ex-wives to feed. Speaking of which, you're also fired. My marriage was too successful. I'm getting a divorce. Your salary is gonna help me recoup my losses. Now, flashing back to my years when I was working on the game, my role as chief consultant of dumb fuckery was problem solving. The first problem I noticed, too many French people, so I said, hit the snail trail, Pepes. Next order of business, we're making this another RPG. Nothing says Assassin's Creed like walking into a base, everyone's within level range, but then you get to the target and he can one-shot you with a rock. This is fun, as long as you don't know what that word means or what it feels like.
Wait.
Shot you with a rock. This is fun.
Hold up. So rough fucker. This guy didn't kill him. This guy did. This guy over here. Fleekazoid, this guy didn't one-shot you. It was the archer over here that you were not paying attention to. That domed you. This guy. He's the one that shot you, Fleek. Just saying. I'm just saying. Wait. Unless... Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was this archer. I'm reasonably sure it was this archer. Unless this guy... Unless this guy... Yeah, that's what I'm trying to determine. Hang on. Oh, it did! It did, yeah. That's what I was trying to... Yeah, that's what... You're right, Zeb. This guy who's pointing the arrow this way looses the arrow and it immediately goes 90 degrees. AAA gaming, chat. AAA gaming.
Fun, as long as you don't know what that word means or what it feels like. Now, on the point of hating our customers, in the Steam review of every Ubisoft game, people are always complaining about how we're forcing a second launcher on them, which is why we're gonna force a third launcher on them. Fuck them. But it's only gonna be a launcher for all the shitty Assassin's Creed games. I want to make a clear line in the sand so that new players don't wander off to a better game that we haven't monetized out the ass. The black hole.
Wait. What? Ubisoft has another launcher in addition to Uplay specifically for Assassin's Creed games? Really? Holy shit!
Shitty Assassin's Creed games. I want to make a clear line in the sand so that new players don't wander off to a better game that we haven't monetized out the ass. Did the black flag have to cut the box? That's a great question, Pierre. I hope asking it was worth your life. Note to self, make the guy's ass bigger than Nawe's. Reminder, we are a...
Well, hold up.
It was worth your life. Note to self, make the guy's ass bigger than Nawe's.
Well, and Yahweh do have a fine ass. She's part of the itty bitty titty committee, but she does have a nice ass. She does have a nice ass. And I will say, guys having a nicer ass than girls is not uncommon. Oh, SpongeBob! SpongeBob, leave Noe alone! That's SpongeBob! Yeah, I mean, she is like thin, she is lean. I still think she has my ass. But honestly, I have seen plenty of guys that have a nicer ass than girls. It's actually not as crazy sounding as you might think.
Than Naways. Reminder, we are a forward-thinking company. Second reminder, settle that lawsuit for that time when we were a little too forward in our thinking. Hang on, I'm getting cold. Why would you make the dude protagonist also Japanese? We already have a Japanese. Listen, I'll tell you what you're gonna do. Everyone's talking about how they love brotherhood, right? Well, why don't you put a brother in the hood? It'll be like twins.
Oh my god.
The fans are gonna love it. They did not. And whenever he fights, I want you to blast the loudest rap music you got. But not in a racist way. We here at Ubisoft are not racist.
No.
So in the least racist way you can. Whenever Yasuke shows up on screen, I want you to be blasting that trap music as loud as you can. And I'm not talking yay. I'm talking straight up SoundCloud trap beats with a harp mixed in. I want this shit to sound like Lil Ricefield is just off camera with an Ensoniq ASR. And in the cutscenes, when everything should be all quiet and dramatic, I want you to play the weirdest shit you got.
What? Okay, please tell me that music we just heard is not in the game. Please. I'm praying that was just something Fleek actually put in. I'm assuming that is something Fleek put in, not the game. Unless I am wrong. Like, this right here. That, what we just heard just now, is that is in the game? No fucking way. No fucking way. Oh my god. Oh my god. They actually put that in the game. Yes, Cortanus, yes I can. Andrea, don't you fucking dare. I do not want to play that Assassin's Creed game. Do not buy it for me. I will not play it. I have no interest. Solidus? I'm sorry? Maybe you can tell him that? I mean, that's the, I knew about, the trap beat that they played during Yasuke's scene. We saw that, where he was he goes into the fights and they have, a trap beat that's playing while he's fighting. I did not realize that was in the game. That absolutely fucking blows my goddamn mind that they would put that in the game.
It doesn't fit the setting, the scene, or anything. It's perfect. God, these juices are just flowing today. You go fire somebody. You go make something shinier. You go add 1 million players. God, I'm a genius. Now let's talk about the gameplay. We're gonna do a brand new take on the new system where we return to form by changing nothing. Can we all agree on this? Alright, nice, but we need to make these two characters feel distinct but equal, not in a racist way, which is why no-ass Nawe will be great at everything except combat, and Yasuke will be a little bitch that can't even climb a rock. Unless you don't want him to climb a rock, then he'll be able to climb a fucking rock. I want this man to be like our expert plus difficulty, kind of like that fractured but whole difficulty system. Right around that 15-hour mark where you're getting bored of the repetitive gameplay loop, I want to cure that boredom by giving you even less gameplay options. You want a new mechanic? Pull out your credit card. Don't have the money?
Wait. What? What? New gameplay mechanic, pull out your credit card? What is he talking about? I require an explanation for that. What is this new play mechanic that is like DLC apparently? Are they a map? What map hack? What is this map hack that you're talking about? What? You can buy cheats. Full map. Oh my fucking god. Really? Really? But I saw something. Okay, I did see something in my feed today that said that they actually walled off the true ending for this game behind paid DLC. That the ending of Assassin's Creed at launch, this game with the ending players played through is not the actual ending, and the actual ending is paid DLC. That's what I saw in my feed today. So they didn't even, you actually have to pay for the ending for Assassin's Creed. When you finish the game and the credits roll, that's not the actual ending. Apparently. But like, and what they were just saying, what he was just saying about Nowie's combat, like, does Nowie really suck at combat? Whereas Yasuke is basically just like, is it really a situation of Naoe is just sneak around and not actually fight, and Yasuke is basically just a fucking tank, and that's it? Or is Naoe act like, okay, Yasuke not sneaking? Yeah, I will actually buy that. So it's the exact like Yasuke, they show Yasuke can't fucking climb shit. But I thought Naoe's combat was at least okay. So her sneak attacks are good, but if it's a full-on combat, she's in trouble. That does kind of track with her being a ninja, I suppose. Oh, excuse me, I suppose.
Less gameplay options. You want a new mechanic? Pull out your credit card. Don't have the money? Find a country with flexible labor laws, start a sweatshop, and I'll give you some money. Also, that Spartan kick's been our crutch for the last 3 games, and it's getting old. That being said, we haven't had a new idea come out of this company in 10 years, and I wouldn't want to break the streak. So just make the kick send these rice farmers into the stars! Listen, I got a tea.
Holy
we really
fuck!
gotta let you stop developing the combat halfway, alright? But Saul, this is a return to form. Shouldn't we have all these mechanics? You're not even speaking American anymore. Listen, we don't have to worry about putting in the other half of the gameplay because it rains. Besides, people don't want flow. They don't want a unique identity. They want something that feels like nothing. And I don't mean unique. I want to remind them of that empty void where their soul used to be, so they fill that void with cash shop items instead of combat. The old power fantasy combat made them feel big and strong. Sarah, look at me. I want them to feel small. And forget flow. Make it all stuttery. I want it stuttery as hell. I've got a nephew with a stutter.
Now he's right. He is 100% right. Look, okay.
Void where their soul
Watch.
used to be, so they fill that void with cash shop items instead of combat. The old power fantasy
Watch
combat
here.
made them feel big and strong. Sarah, look at me. I want them to feel small. And forget flow. Make it all stuttery. I want it stuttery as hell. I've got a nephew.
Holy fuck, that is stuttery. Holy shit, that's bad. Yay! Okay, hang on, we need to see that again because that is jank as fucking hell.
And forget flow. Make it all stuttery. I want it stuttery as hell. I've got a nephew with a stutter. He can't say yes without making it a 10-syllable word. Use that as your inspiration. I'll send you a tape later. Speaking of no flow, let's talk about that stealth right now. I want that assassination button.
Yeah. Wow. That was bad. That was really bad. Holy shit.
Only work half the time. Whole half the time I want the prompt. Now, I want that assassination button to only work half the time. Whole half the time I want the prompt to assassinate in Assassin's Creed to either not assassinate or not show up at all. I want half the encounters to play out like this. Did I just catch you trying to assassinate shit? I want them to stand around with.
Oh my god, really? The controls are that fucking jank. Oh, is it because it was a boss? So you can't assassinate a boss. Is that what it's trying to say? It's like when you try to assassinate a boss, it doesn't work. But she didn't only talk about this one. There was also over here. This one, like they were also talking about here, where the assassinate button would like go away.
Assassin's Creed to either not assassinate or not show up at all. I want half the encounters to play out like this.
Yeah, do you see that? Hang on. Come on, back it up, you. Yeah, the assassinate button is there. And she does this. Yeah.
I want half the encounters to play out like
fuck.
this. Did I just catch you trying to assassinate shit? I want them to stand around with their dicks in their hands, waiting to assassinate in Assassin's Creed. You can assassinate
when Daddy Ubisoft says you can.
Well, so we at least add all these mechanics back from the original games. No, you don't understand. We let them lay down. They don't get anything else. Don't overthink this, guys. These people will buy anything. In 15 years, we'll be selling a JPEG called Assassin's Creed. Fuck you, give me your money, and these
Leaks? Be careful, Angry Joe might come after you for copyright on that one. Wait, when the bad guy is one level above you, you can't assassinate them. Since fucking when? When was this a thing? The Origin started doing this? Wait, the last time I knew, granted, I will freely admit, I have not played an Assassin's Creed game in a long time. The last Assassin's Creed game I played was Black Flag. So they started doing this in Origins, where if the enemy is a higher level than you, you can't assassinate them. Why? For what purpose is that? The level shouldn't fucking make a difference. Realistically speaking, the level should not make a fucking difference when it comes to being able to assassinate a character. You are, as someone correctly pointed out, you could do one-shot assassinations in the very first fucking Assassin's Creed for bosses. You did not have to full-on fight the bosses. If you were skilled, you could literally do a single one-shot assassination on bosses back in the first I think the first couple of Assassin's Creeds. But you had to be skilled in order to do that. You had to be a skilled player to sneak your way in close enough to do it. So it's not like it's just like a gimme where it's like, quick time event. It's you had to be skilled enough to get in close and then, boom, assassinate. It's just like, oh my god. This is, I had no idea just how fucking bad this was. And I'm sorry, he made the joke about crawling around here.
Don't overthink this, guys. These people will buy anything. In 15 years, we'll be selling a JPEG.
No, it's back. Okay, it's back.
Daddy
I think it's back here.
says you can.
Well, so we at least add all these mechanics back from the original games. No, you don't understand. We let them lay down. They don't get any.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Call this whatever you want. That the enemy's stop motion ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. you can try and categorize like, okay, it's the enemy's stop motion that causes you to miss when you're doing this. But I'm sorry, that's still a failure. That you can crawl around on your belly and just dodge these guys all day just by crawling around because the game's animation and AI is so bad that they literally can't continue forward momentum while swinging a giant fucking heavy club. That's still a failure.
They don't get anything else. Don't overthink this, guys. These people will buy anything. In 15 years, we'll be selling a JPEG called Assassin's Creed. Fuck you, give me your money, and these people would still pay us $90 for it. Reminder, the poor core is feeling stiffer than our executives when they get near the secretaries. Add more flips to distract. Next thing, some guy came up to me the other day and told me we should make a great 12-hour game instead of 80 hours of
Question? Why does Yatsuke have what appears to be a cyber sword on his back? Why is he carrying a blue glowy sword? Is that like a cyber katana or it's a paid skin? Oh, so this is a cash shop item to skin the blade. Okay. Fine.
80 hours of pondering the rope, so I shot him. But don't worry, I shot him in the game, so it only did 10% of his health. Our games aren't meant to be enjoyed, they're meant to be endured. What are we gonna do, make a memorable short campaign, sell 5 million copies in the first month, and immediately get a sequel like some fucking chode? No! I want to lock all your abilities behind 50 fetch quests, and when you go to do that meditation quest as a break from all the fetch quests, I want it to trigger a flashback to that one time where you did a fetch quest. Eat a dick! No.
No. Is Assassin's Creed just fetch quest the game? Is that true that this basically is just a fuck ton of fetch quests? Oh, God, I hope not. Is it, Eric? Like, I do not play a whole lot of Ubisoft games. So there's a lot of fetch quests, but not all. A lot is still too many, honestly. That's still too much, honestly.
Flashback to that one time where you did a fetch quest. Eat a dick! No, not literally, Yasuke. Don't look at me like that. Stop that. I want to beat the fans down with monotony until they buy the Yasuke farting Vent Clouds bundle out of some confused idea that that'll bring them joy. Think about it like this. For just $20, you could help me furnish my yacht with high-end Dutch prostitutes. Every day...
What the fuck was that? Wait a minute! Weeka's literally shelving himself for stuff. It's oh God. I don't know if this is from AC2 or not. I don't. Although based on the graphics, it wouldn't surprise me.
Prostitutes. Every day that no one buys a microtransaction, one of our executive goes without a line of coke up his nose. Will you be our...
No. I'm gonna correct Fleek on this one. I think Assassin's Creed Shadows probably would have been vastly improved if coke had been introduced into the planning stages and implementation stages of this game. I think it was this distinct lack of this substance that resulted in what we got from this game, okay? Let's face it, it may be illegal. It may be a very dangerous kind of substance. There's no arguments there. But in the entertainment industry, things usually end up being more entertaining when it's involved. This is just facts. No, I do not approve. I do not approve. I'm saying it's bad. I'm saying it's bad, but you can't argue with the results. There's gotta be a middle ground there's gotta be a middle ground in there somewhere. We just haven't found it yet.
Snow Angel, then just punch in your credit card and buy any one of these bundles. Speaking of people that need help, the enemy AI programming has been slowly degrading for the last 10 years, and the dev team was asking earlier if they should spend any time fixing it, so here's what I'm thinking. Fuck them. Alright, I'll lay them all off. That's what I thought.
God.
Sorry, those are just some associates of mine. I thought I'd put that on vibrate. Alright, I had some ideas for the story. First off, my wife's had 100 rounds of Botox in our last
Assassin's
2 years
Creed. Maximum Overdrive.
If only Grindhouse, that's the problem. We didn't get that. If we'd got Maximum Overdrive, it might have been entertaining.
For the story. First off, my wife's had 100 rounds of Botox in our last 2 years of marriage. I haven't seen her emote in years. Use that as the inspiration for the facial animations. I'll send you a tape later.
But I can fight.
My pain is
No. Chat. Okay. Remember we saw that clip and I said that, and I talked about how fucking horrible that voice acting was on that, the seller, who, like, sounded fucking artificial. And the voice actor literally sounded like they did not give a fuck.
That as the inspiration for the facial animations. I'll send you a tape later.
But I can fight.
Wow. Not only was that voice acting god fucking awful, the animators couldn't even put an expression on her face. Like, seriously, even if we heard this in the original Japanese and not English, the face, this is the face of someone who does not give a fuck. Because presumably the dialogue would be very similar, where she is amped up saying that she can fight. And this is the facial expression.
Later.
But I can fight.
my pain.
Holy fuck. That's bad. That's worse than I thought it would have been. This looks like I can fight. But I don't want to fight. I'm just saying this because it's what you want to hear. How much? AAA game, chat. This is a AAA game, remember? Seriously, okay, hang on. I'm gonna do one better here, alright? Watch this.
The inspiration for the facial animations. I'll send you a tape later.
But I can fight.
Okay? Now, watch me. Okay? But I can fight. Okay? Which one actually looked and sounded realistic? Eh? I mean, and I'm a fucking VTuber. My facial expressions are limited. You know? I mean, and this is a AAA, or this is a AAA studio where this game was their last desperate act to try and make money. And yeah, it's a free VTuber model. This is a free VTuber model. It is not even a, like, really high quality VTuber model like I'm getting. It's the free one. Like, Ubisoft. Ubisoft. Look, I know you're a dead company. I realize this. You are done. If my free model is more expressive than your $400 million animated project, you done fucked up. That's all I'm gonna say.
My pain is constant and sharp.
Actually, I'm already looking at a cutscene right now. I can't tell whether she's happy, sad, or needs to take a shit. You guys nailed it. Forget what I said.
I'm going with
Second,
needs to
with
take
the
a shit.
GDP of Bosnia invested into this game already, I think the voice acting is where we need to start pinching our pennies in our story-focused game. Have any of you ever heard of
Hey.
AI? It's like a digital robot.
Oh, please tell me we're getting the one vendor. Please tell me we're getting the vendor.
Sweatshop, it's brilliant. Future Fleek here. Now, I can't say whether or not we used the AI, but I will say the end result was indistinguishable from a high-end actor such as Daniel Day-Lewis in Lincoln. Check this out.
Karate, judo, sumo, samurai.
Nissan, Honda, Mitsubishi, Subaru.
Sorry, my bad. I had a
Tuna. Tuna. That needs to be heard again.
high-end actor such as Daniel Day-Lewis in Lincoln. Check this out.
Karate, judo, sumo, samurai.
Nissan, Honda, Mitsubishi, Subaru.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that doesn't sound like it came from the game. That absolutely does. Yeah, I was gonna say, that can't be the game.
Sorry, my bad. I had immersive mode on. I turned it off. Here you go.
Resentment can grow quietly without much warning after a storm.
Now, on a real note, I want you guys to get your lawyers ready to sue anyone that harasses Ubisoft employees. I want the whole world to know that the only people who can harass Ubisoft employees is Ubisoft. Please, please.
Oh, God.
It's really unnecessary. I'm but a humble man to the people, the higher tax bracket people. I put on my Prada slippers, one Sudanese leather monk strap at a time, alright? And that's how I made this game the success that it is
Oh, God.
today.
Oh, my
Shadows
God.
is such a success that our 18,000 employee company just got cucked by a game developed by one man named Tyler. It's such a success that
Yeah.
people can't even run Monster Hunter Wilds, and they're still buying it more than Assassin's Creed Shadows. It's such a success, we just shut
Hold up. That must be seen again.
a man named
Must be
Tyler.
seen
It's
again.
such a success that people can't even
Yeah. Damn. Okay, this has gotta be a mod. This has got to be a mod. Somebody please tell me this is a mod. Okay, this is a mod, that's what I thought.
Monster Hunter Wilds, and they're still buying it more than Assassin's Creed Shadows. It's such a success, we just shuttered another studio. It's such a success that we just became 10 cents bitch. It's such a success
Yeah.
that our stock's hitting 5-year lows. So eat a dick, chuds. Wait until you see how successful we are after Assassin's Creed Crazy Cat Lady drops. Maybe
Wait, what? Assassin's Creed codename Hex? What is this? Okay, how is it pronounced? Hexy? What the hell is this? I mean, I'll be honest, this art looks really good. It's a phone game? Yeah, it's for a game. Art is not official. So this is someone's this is concept art. I will be flat out. This concept art looks great. I personally think this concept art, like, take away the Assassin's Creed, make this something else. That art actually looks beautiful. I think this looks gorgeous.
drops. Maybe strong feminine energy can take us to new heights.
Right here, Joff, I swear to God, if you don't give this game a... Oh, you're doing it again. He's running it back.
Oh my god.
I mean, holy shit, this is oh fuck, further than ever before.
Oh, I went to the corner.
I
won.
I win. You won.
I win.
Oh.
Wow. Sunk it.
Holy shit. Okay. Wow. I was not expecting it to be that bad of a game. I was also not expecting to yap that long. But I am the yapper. So, I guess I should have expected this. Holy crap.